Tracking the wet weather now, our weather team is standing by with where strong rain and high winds are headed next. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Tamara Damante. We've got complete team coverage tonight. As you can see, the flooding there is incredible right now. This is a live picture being brought to us from our chief photographer, Adam McAllister. The Red Bluff Community Center is being opened as an emergency evacuation center. Thank you so much, Darren. With winter weather passing through our region in recent weeks, Caltrans is checking chains off of I-5. And KRCR News Channel 7's Cassandra Gutierrez is joining us live to explain how these can actually slow down traffic and even turn drivers all the way around. Cassandra, why did they say that it was necessary today? We are officially welcoming back Viva Downtown's first Friday's event in an effort to support small businesses, which is happening right now in the heart of downtown Reading, which is where we find KRCR News Channel 7's Daisy Caballero. What can you tell us? How are things out there tonight, Daisy?
This is a great question. So Megan, here we go. This is something that a lot of people have been expressing a lot of frustration with. And one of the issues is that the numbers are all coming from local health departments, and some counties track recoveries and some don't.
Girl Scout cookie season, it's finally here, but with social distancing and keeping the community safe being their top priority, they adopted a new way to sell their cookies this year. KRCR News Channel 7's Daisy Caballero joins us live from our newsroom with more on how you can get your hands on some of those Girl Scout cookies, especially the Thin Mints, right, Daisy? One Washington family was stuck in the snow for 28 hours with a 3-year-old in the worst winter storm Western Washington has seen in years. And in Butte County, snow was seen a few days ago in Magalia, but only about 2 inches. Tonight, Magalia could see as much as 12. So what does that mean for the 11,000 plus people who are living there? Our Jerry O'Lennon spoke with a few of them this morning. He is live in Chico tonight. And Jerry, before we get to Magalia, what's the weather like there? How cold is it really? California voters have rejected a proposal to partially dismantle the state's 42-year-old cap on property taxes. All right, well, if you've been watching earlier tonight, we showed you a picture of a dog named Stassi enjoying the sunrise in Reading. But then get this, we got a picture of the dog's son, Buddy, watching his mom Stassi on TV, but it gets even better. After that, we got another picture of Buddy's sister, Mia, watching Buddy, watching Stassi. So the entire family of dogs, they are having a grand old night watching each other on TV. Several engines and a helicopter brought into Palo Cedro this afternoon for a vegetation fire. Forward progress on that fire has been stopped this evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tamara Damante. We are also getting some updates on the Stony Fire in Butte County and the Klamathon Fire in Siskiyou County.
When does the stay-at-home expire? This is the hot question. We want to know when we can get back to normal again. And actually, the governor did say for life to get back to normal, one of 3 things have to happen. He said there needs to be a vaccine in place, herd immunity established, and an effective treatment readily available. And he does not anticipate the normalcy that we're all hoping for, that it's going to happen anytime soon. And that's a really hard reality, I know, for all of us to accept, because this has been a rough ride.
For staying out there live during this entire newscast, bringing us these incredible live pictures from the fire lines of the car fire. He's live at Whiskeytown Lake. He was actually asked at one point to move out of a certain area because it was getting quite dangerous out there, as you can imagine. And KRCR News Channel 7's Julia Avery is live right now in Old Shasta, where there are mandatory evacuations in place right now. Julia, what is it like out there?
We are going to leave the station because it is now unsafe to be here.
And we're going to go out on the Mercy Skycam for you, leave you with this picture. Once again, please evacuate everyone and stay safe.
Tamara Damante, co-anchor of KRCR TV in Northern California, says flames were only a mile away when the order came down to get the heck out of there.
We could tell that this fire was just out of control. It was inching closer and closer to the station. Our GM came in and asked the meteorologist what the conditions looked like. Everybody decided the safest thing to do was to evacuate the station.
She fled the city of Reading and drove to a hotel south of the encroaching wildfire. When we spoke with her this morning, she was still wearing the same clothes she wore on the set.
My husband and I grabbed the essentials, as you can see, the important stuff, and we came down about 30 miles south to Red Bluff, California, and lucky enough to have a hotel room, and just feel so very lucky that we're safe and together.
They address the point of family, and we are all a family. So listen to this email. This is from Beverly Strand. And Beverly wrote in, if you are able or are collecting comments, I would like to fully express my appreciation to your station and personnel, along with the firefighters and law enforcement, for everything they have done and that they are doing. We have a long way to rebuild and heal, but this community has worked during past disasters, and I would expect no less now. We are a family. Thank you again, Beverly Strand. Beverly, thank you so much. We all need messages like this right now to get through this. We are all living this disaster together. So we are one big family here in Redding, and we are going to be here for you here at KRCR throughout all of this 24/7 until the danger passes. No other station knows Redding like we do, and we are here for you. Auntie, now close to 10 months later, I caught up with her again to find out how her life has changed and whether or not she has decided to rebuild. You can still see the pain in Dr. Parvin Carter's eyes as she remembers the night that she literally ran from the car fire in her house slippers.
Oh my God. It's such a helpless feeling. It is, you could feel the end of your life, end of the world. That's how it felt to me. Yeah, I remember even right here, when I was getting in the car, I could see the fire there, I could see the fire back here, back there. It was everywhere, and the sound and the movement and the air. It was the worst feeling, hopeless feeling. It was like end of my life.
But life has gone on, and she's standing where her beautiful home once stood, trying to decide what to do next, and that is far from easy.
This was our home, we loved it, we miss it. So we have to kind of go on, but it's how you're going to get rid of everything that was there, and it was part of your life.
She says that she and her husband still need to get over the trauma before they can make a final decision of whether or not to rebuild.
Maybe recover from it a little bit more, and we have a better idea of what we want, then we can start and go with more peaceful attitude.
So you're just not ready quite yet to
No.
make that decision.
We also thought it's better to just kind of sit back. People would go through this process. We would learn from them too.
Losing her home in the car fire has completely changed her concept of feeling safe and secure, no matter where she is.
I have fully lost trust. I only depend on myself. I trust myself to get out. And wherever I go, right now I live in 3-4 different places. I'm always looking at the map to see what is the easiest way out. I never did that before.
And right now she says time is what she needs to heal, but a sign of hope she found literally in the ashes has inspired her to stay strong and look forward.
A couple months ago, I went to just look at it, and I touched something and it shined. And it was a ring my mom gave me. And the stone on that is supposed to have a holy spirit in it. They call it aqiq. It's like a special amber. You know amber, they tell you, brings you peace and tranquility. This stone is known for that.
And when she takes a close look around, there are signs of rebirth springing up all over her property.
Smells beautiful.
Her prized Meyer lemon trees still standing.
Look at oh, look at this. I love this. Look at the blooms on it. My sweet baby is coming back.
Providing some much needed comfort.
Look at all the trouble they went through, and it still survived.
And a lone lemon, another sign of strength.
I guess that's a story of life. You still hang on with all the things happen.
I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for participating. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for now.
And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6:30.